Hello everyone!
Hey!
And welcome to Uncut Gaming.
Where we don't edit our videos.
But we are at the head of an expedition to one of Jupiter's moons.
Juniper. I think
Jupiter's
it's Europa.
Jupiter's moons.
You said Juniper earlier. I don't know. Maybe it's Jupiter.
Europa, the frozen moon of Jupiter.
Yep. Well, my bad. I'm tired.
Okay.
So we're doing Artemis.
Artemis. The Artemis project, yes.
Yep.
Which is basically a dice placement to gather resources, to build buildings, to send people to work
On the said buildings.
on said buildings, to fulfill missions.
So we said
To
we're
gain victory
spicing up the format a bit in this video.
Yes. So unlike our usual videos, this will probably not be one long video. We're going to split it up to 3 videos. Just an overview in the first round, then the rest of the playthrough, and then the third video will be our review.
Yep, so thoughts, comments, anything,
Let
share
us
it
know.
with us. We're still experimenting. We're not exactly sure how we want to do it, but we have a general idea.
Yeah.
So this video will include...
So just like our regular videos, we're going to give a very broad overview of the game, how a round works, and then we will go through one round, and that's it.
That's
the
it
video.
for this video. Okay, great.
All right. So I'm the first player. We are playing 6 rounds. We have a deck of cards, of event cards.
Idan has the hedgehog, so he's the first player. I like the hedgehog.
So we have 6 event cards. I just drew the first one. That's the game clock. And in each round, we will be rolling our die. You want to talk about the spaceship?
Nope, I just noticed that one edge is higher than the other and I wanted to push it back in because I have OCD.
Okay. So we have 5 dice and we will use them to place them on various action spots on the game board. And then we will activate those spots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to gather energy, which will be used to either recruit more workers or pay their feeding cost at the end of the round.
Yep.
Gather materials to build buildings, hire more people, and train people, basically converting lower ones to better ones. And this spot, the first spot, allows us to add effort to the general mission. This mission costs 8.
So this is a mission that we have optional and we can go on it.
Yep. So if at the end of the round there's enough work or enough strength to get to the mission's need, the mission has succeeded, and then the person with the most pips on the card gets first of all I don't remember how this is called, but a expedition token.
Gone on token.
Yep. And one of these bonuses, and if there's another person here, he gets the other one.
Yes.
Okay. So that's basically it. I think we can go and play a full round and people will pick them up. I just want to mention the toolkits, in case you're wondering, are just +1, -1 cube die modifier, right?
So let's talk a little bit about how a round works. First of all, we unveil an event. The event happens at a specific point in the round, and this is
D.
This event happens at D. So we put a special marker on D to tell us that stuff is happening at the D.
Before 4 at this specific example.
Yes. And we open up an expedition. We open up the number of expeditions is according to the number of players -1. So in our case, 1 expedition. If we were 3 players, there would be 2. And then we go over to this region where from left to right, you want to talk about dice placement?
Yeah, we can. If you're the first one, you're just going to place it here, and then subsequent dice will be placed either
before, if they're lower,
or after,
if they're higher or the same value. If I put another 2, it still goes to the right.
To the right of the 2, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is the order in which we will be able to pick resources, either energy or resources. I don't remember this name. Minerals, probably.
Yeah. So the number of minerals here, energy and minerals, is dictated by what you see on the expedition card plus 2, which is conveniently written over here. If we would have had more expedition cards, we would have probably had a lot more resources to play with. But we don't. So here are the minerals. We use them to buy buildings and other stuff, and they're the same rules as the energy. And over here, you actually place your die on a building in order to claim it, and then if someone has a higher die, they can compete, and now they will get that building. However, the downside is that what you pay for a building is in minerals, and it's the number of pips on the die. So in this case, he did outbid me, but he will have to pay more for that. Over here, same placement rules as the minerals and the energy, and you will get to recruit from this pool of people available for recruitment. If your die has 1 or 2 pips, you take 1 person. If it's 3 or 4, you get 1 or 2, your choice. If it's 5 or 6, you get 1 or 2 or 3. And each one of them costs 2 energy to obtain. Now this is the academy thingy, where you take any of your workers and you upgrade it into a different type of worker. Now this one is removed from the game. It doesn't have to be a colonist.
Pioneer.
A pioneer, it can be anything. But in order to upgrade it, you need to have the correct number of pips. If you want an engineer, it's 1 or 2. If you want a soldier, it's 3 or 4. And if you want a cultist, it's 5 or 6. I don't remember what they're called.
I don't remember either. We can probably check.
Administrators?
I'll check. They're called stewards. So pioneers, engineers, marines, and stewards.
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 I prefer cultists, but I'll go with your suggestion.
Okay.
So these are the locations. We go from 1 to 6, and that's a round. Now there's another thing that we have to mention, and that's that if in any case you gain nothing from your die because you were outbid, or because by the time we got to you the resources were out, like in this case, there just aren't enough resources, so this die would definitely not benefit you anything. In this case, you move 1 forward in the relief tracker, which grants you rather nifty bonuses as compensation for not
getting anything.
For not getting anything from your die. So we rolled our die, at least I rolled mine.
Me as well.
So we can start.
Yeah. So I'm the first player.
Do I get any compensation for you being the first player?
No.
Boo. Okay, what's our event? Players with the most dice in the gantry? No, gantry.
Yeah,
okay.
4.
4. I think it's 4 and 5.
Yeah, the gantry and the doorstep. So this is the gantry and this is the doorstep.
Lose free resources of their choice. Ooh, that's a nasty one.
The players with the most dice in the gantry and the doorstep combined. Okay, 3 resources of their choice. Okay.
The reason it says players is because if we're tied, we both get shafted.
Okay. So my turn. I will, and I don't have to pick them in any order. I can just pick up the 6 if I really want to.
We just arrange them for convenience.
Yeah. So I think I'll start by going here with A6.
Okay, you enjoy that. Because I have low numbers, I'm gonna try and get a few buildings. That's the advantage of having small numbers.
Yep. I will...
Size does matter, kids.
I will try to take...
Get some resources.
So this building, the volcanic extractor, will allow you to gain more energy. And the other one, the sensor station, will allow you to get rid of energy for points, which is nice, but it does need the steward. So I think what I'll do is, let's see. I'll just put this to over here.
You're spamming it all by yourself?
I don't know. Oh, you probably will go there. Right. You're right. You'll probably go there. Okay.
Do
so
a different location.
Yeah.
Manny. Show the viewers the variety this game has
All
to
right.
offer.
So I'll go and take some energy.
Okay. I'll sneak in and get one. Nah.
Okay.
Nah. I'll get myself some minerals.
All right.
Big burly minerals.
Yeah. So I'll sneak myself and gather more minerals.
Yeah, you want to play it that way? I'll play it that way.
All right. So you got rid of a toolkit, I believe, in order to
yes, in order to turn the 1 into 2.
Okay.
In order to blow a raspberry at you.
Okay. I will go and recruit. The problem with recruiting is that at the end of the round, we will have to pay energy for every person in our shelter.
You're not going to have problems with energy, and I'm going to have a building.
That's true. Okay, so I'll go here with the 4.
I'll go here and take this one.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen now. That happens later, right?
Yeah. But you do have to provide the person that you want to upgrade or train at the time that you place the die.
Yeah, which I did.
Yeah. So...
I'm 1 die, you're 1 die.
Yeah. Will you go to the mission? I don't know. I mean, if you won't, then... Nah, I think I have to take my chances here. So I'll just do this. Okay. I couldn't take the risk. Okay,
that's perfectly fine. So we do that clockwise?
Right, starting with 1.
So let me help you. You have majority. However, I also participated, so we both get medals.
Yep. And these will count as victory points at the end of the game. The more we have, the more victory points. Up until a cap of, I think, 8. Yes, 8.
Either 8 or 7.
8.
Okay, now, because you have the most, you get to choose your bonus first, and I get the leftovers.
Yeah. So I'll choose to gain the 3... So I'll get 3 minerals.
Very good. And I get 1 advancement in the relief track, which will give me 2 suitcases. Toolboxes.
Okay. Toolkits.
Now I get 2. You get the other 3. I think we can, yeah. In this case, you get 2. I get the other 3.
Okay. Great.
I get this building at the measly cost of 1, so huzzah. Now, if I had workers in my shelters, I could have at this point just magically transmuted them here, but I don't.
Otherwise, you can't just freely move workers.
No. Let's pretend this is here because at this point, the event happens.
Right, before. Yeah.
Yes, so... You have the most, so you're the players with the most lose free resources of your choice.
No, it's the most dice, not the most pips.
Oh, so we're both shafted.
Okay. So, yep. Can I...
You can choose.
Yeah, so I can balance this out a little bit, right?
As much as you want, yes.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Okay, great. Now you have 4, so you can choose up to 2 people.
All right, so let's talk about what these do. So pioneers can be sent along with dice to increase your total by 1. Engineers can be sent here to gain 2 resources of your choice if the mission is successful. Mercenaries or soldiers or whatever they're called.
Mercenaries, I think.
Mercenaries. They reduce one opponent die by 1 or 2, and the stewards, I can only send them either with a 1 die or 2 die, and if the mission is successful and I'm the first one to choose yeah, it says so in the rulebook. If I'm the first one, it doesn't say it here, but it says so in the rulebook, which is odd. If I'm the first one to select a reward, then I also gain a point. So looking at the things, I will just take the engineer, I think. I could take another one, but then I don't have enough to feed them, so
yeah,
I'll
because
just...
you don't have buildings.
Yeah, I don't have buildings. That's true. I didn't want the other building.
Okay, I upgrade him to an engineer. He goes
Out
away.
the game.
Out of the game, and I have an engineer now. I can magically put him on my building.
Yep.
And that is it. Okay, so that was our first round.
Okay, let's just finish out the round before we end the video.
There's more?
Yeah, you may perform... So upkeep phase, right? So you may perform one colonist move swap. So you don't have any more colonists. Activate your fully staffed ocean buildings. Ocean buildings are these buildings, the buildings that come at round 1, 2, and 3. So you don't have any of those. Pay 1 energy per colonist in your shelter. So I need to pay 2 energy. And then refresh the game board. So we can do that at the start of the next video. And then the player with the fewest resources choose a starting player. That would be... I have 7. Or, yeah, 7.
I have 7 too, but I have the kits.
No,
Do the kits count?
No.
No, then we're tied.
Let's check. Let's check. Tied furthest in clockwise order from the previous starting player order. Okay, so you go. Yeah.
So I get to choose who's the starting player. I'm gonna let you keep it. Enjoy.
Okay. All right, so this is the end of the first round. If you want to check the rest of the playthrough, click the link at the description. And if you want to jump to the review, there's another link in the description. And for now, thank you. We'll see you then.